everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back to Zulu's Board Game Cafe. I'm MC Squared, and I'm here with Katie Karlov today.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, we're very excited. We have a booster box of the collector's boosters of Streets of New Capenna. We're all done up right to see what's in this fancy new cards, you see. Not that I'm quite in the gangster outfit. I'm in like the party outfit. I think I'm Maestros is the right family.
Yeah,
for
Maestros
this.
would be that.
Yeah, then you've got your Riveteers outfit.
Yes, I do have my
Very
Riveteers outfit.
fun.
Yeah.
Was that the family you're most excited for? Which
Honestly, I just can't really pick right now in this moment. I've just been reading all the lore and just getting excited for all of it, and so yeah, I haven't quite picked one yet.
I haven't read up all the story yet. I know I need to. I've been paying attention to the cards, looking at the story spotlights and stuff. But we are going to bust into this box today, take a look at all the new cards, and also, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, we have the fancy new logo on what is one of our new Zulu Stitched playmats, and we're going to be giving this away before the end of the stream today, so stay tuned, and we'll start that up after we've cracked open a few boosters. I'm going to close the studio door that I left open if you want to start opening that up.
Yeah, I'll get the plastic off this guy. All right, are you 13 and up?
Yes.
Okay, me too.
I think
Good.
I'll be all right. May contain themes of violence.
Yes.
But definitely not drugs
Oh,
or any.
okay.
Oh, fancy.
Oh, this is very nice. Oh wait, should we zoom in on the camera?
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring camera in so we can get a good look at everything.
There you
We
go.
are focused. There we go.
Gala Greeters. 1 in a green with Alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn and put a 1/1 counter on Gala Greeters. Create a tapped treasure token, or you gain 2 life. Fun.
Yes. Oh,
Druid.
these are the ones that they've got like a different art for every single language.
Yes.
Is this one? That's right.
Yes.
I remember.
Oh,
why
how
that
exciting.
promo
Okay,
was
so we
from.
got the green one.
All right.
All right, let's
Go
pull all
ahead.
these
Let's
packs
crack the
out.
first pack open.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Sure, you do the first one. You just alternate and go back and
Okay,
forth. So
we'll go back and forth.
Let's see some of this.
Move these off to the side here.
Guests first here in our.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate
Yeah,
it.
no problem. Thanks for being here.
Of course.
Make it so that I'm just not, speaking into the wind when I open
Into the wind.
product on camera.
All right.
I recognize some of my Pokemon regulars in the chat so far, so we'll...
Yes, hello everybody. All right, we got Fake Your Own Death. Do you usually read all the cards and what they do, or no?
We could go through a few of them since
Yeah.
this is the first time we're seeing a lot of these cards physically. We can.
Yeah, cool. So it's 1 in a black instant, and it's until the end of turn, target creature gets +2/+0 and gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control, and you create a treasure token. Ooh, we got treasure stuff happening already.
There's so much treasure. There's
So much treasure.
Like this set in particular probably has the most singular instances of treasure token creation.
Oh, the
since
foil
it came
looks
out.
really good. I just also want to note that they're not very curled. Like
It is pleasantly flat magic.
pleasantly flat. We're happy with that. Okay. Broker's Hideout. It's just a regular land, but enters the battlefield. Sacrifice it. When you do, search for a forest, plains, island. Put it under your battlefield tapped and shuffle, and you gain 1 life. Oh, cool. I actually was excited about this one.
Yeah, all of the new almost evolving wilds lands,
Right.
which are going to be
Yes. But you do it right away. Like you don't you can't on your end step. I'm gonna
yeah.
Cool. All right, we got
Yeah, they're not curled yet. Yes, we will
not curled.
put them under strict observation for the next 48 hours.
We got Rakish Revelers for 2, a red, a green, white. And when Rakish Revelers enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token. And then you can pay 2, exile Rakish Revelers from your hand, and target land gains tap, add red, green, or white until Rakish Revelers is cast from the exile. You may cast Rakish Revelers from exile, or as long as it remains exiled. Okay. That's a lot of information. There's like 4 things this card can do.
Right? This is one of the weirdest things, especially since this is a common, right? No, this is a rare. This is just one of those
it's a rare.
weird effects where it's technically this card is about mana fixing more than it's about doing anything else.
Yeah.
You just kind of ship it off into exile early game.
Yeah.
So you're fixed for mana, and then later, once you've actually got a good base setup, you bring it back.
Then you have your creature. And it's a 5/3, which that's pretty good. For 5 mana, you got a 5/3.
Wait, that is a common. What is?
I know the set symbol is like
Oh,
it's kind of hard to see, but yeah.
Yeah, because you see through so much of it that it like reflects the color of the card. That's why I was.
Yeah, so we have all commons so far, except for promo.
Strange little set loads, but we'll get it figured out.
It's interesting. Okay. We've got Case the Joint. It's a 3 and a blue instant. Draw 2 cards and look at the top card of each player's library. Oh, okay. I like it. That's kind of a fun blue card. We've got Hypnotic Grifter for just a blue creature that you can pay 3, and Hypnotic Grifter connives. Oh, this is one of the new abilities. Draw a card, then discard a card, and if you discarded a non-land card, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Interesting. Okay. And it's a 1/2. Oh, that one's a... I don't know if you organize these as you're going through.
That's fine. Well,
okay.
Let's make the magic guys do it later. It's their job.
All right, we've got a stimulus package for 2, a red and a green, an enchantment. It says when stimulus package enters the battlefield, create 2 treasure tokens. And then you can sacrifice a treasure token to create a 1/1 green-white citizen creature token. I'm going to be looking out for this creature token. We got to find the creature token that's going to be the rarest in this set. There's always one.
I hope it's not the citizen, because everything makes those citizen tokens.
Ooh, we got a full art swamp.
Oh, these are fantastic.
They're really cool. The foil's really nice on them too.
Oh, we need to be keeping an eye out for the alt arts by Sean Pagels, because Sean Pagels, one of the new magic artists who has 2 of the alt arts. Now, they're super fancy art decos.
Okay.
So you'll know them when you see them. But he's going to be here at Zulu's on Sunday.
Ooh.
Yeah, so if we get any of those cards, make sure to set them aside.
Okay, yeah, we're going to put those aside. Okay, cool. Yep. We got our first legendary. It's Mr. Orfeo, the Boulder. I love it. Is he a rhino? That's really cool. Okay. It's 1, a black, a red, and a green. And we got Jund Commander. Legendary creature. When you attack, double target creature's power until end of turn. Ooh, you know what this would be good in is like Kesh. Like if you put Kesh in there, which is or just played against it last night. The one where it
the blood braided?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
where he gets counters when anything dies.
Right.
Yeah.
This would be cool. I got almost smacked for like 21 with that commander.
Yeah, I've seen people do some ridiculous stuff and just like, by the way, my pressure's 100 this turn. Like, oh, so it is. How about that?
All right, we got Racer's Ring. It's a land. It enters tapped, and you can tap it for a red or a green, and you can pay 2 red-green to tap it, sacrifice it, and draw a card. Pretty cool. The art's really cool on it. It's like Mario Kart on there.
Yeah, Rainbow Road.
Yeah.
Oh, here's some of these fancy borders.
Ooh, we got our first showcase border, right? Oh, the gold on it is really stunning. I don't think the camera's really picking it up. Oh, it's gonna zoom in though.
Yeah, I'll have to reset it to autofocus if we want to do our best to get it.
Yeah, let me see.
See if I can.
I don't know.
Here we go.
There we go. Oh, maybe. Yeah, it's really hard to capture, but the gold it's like almost looks like a gold foil on the card. It's really pretty.
It is fantastic. Like, the camera certainly does not do
not at all
the aesthetics of this card the justice that it should.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So it's Disciplined Duelist. It is a green, white, and a blue creature. Double strike, and it enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it. To 2/1. This is one of the ones they previewed.
Yeah.
All right. There's so many like multicoloreds. It's really interesting.
Based around the whole 3 color thing.
We got Maestro's Ascendancy for a blue, black, red, an enchantment. Once during each of your turns, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your graveyard by sacrificing a creature, in addition to paying its other costs. If a spell cast this way would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Okay. Okay, wait. I think I need to read this one again.
The Ascendancies always do so many things.
Once during each of your turns, you may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your graveyard by sacrificing a creature in addition to paying its other costs. So you have to pay for it, sack it,
okay,
and then you can grab an instant or sorcery out of your graveyard. And then if a spell was cast this way, put into the graveyard, you exile it. Okay, so you just get the one use out of it.
So basically, sacrifice a creature, give a spell in your graveyard, flashback.
Fun.
Yep.
So yeah, that's really cool. All right. Next is Mezio Mugger for 4 and a red. It's a creature. It says whenever it attacks, exile the top card of each player's library. You may play those cards this turn, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast those spells, and it has Blitz. It doesn't say what Blitz is though.
Blitz is a little bit like a combination of Evoke and Dash.
Okay.
Where you play the Blitz cost, it enters the battlefield, gains haste, and you sacrifice it at end of turn.
Okay, cool.
So
cool.
it's not quite Dash where it came back to your hand. It's not quite Evoke where you play it and sack it. It's somewhere in the middle.
Okay, cool. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I mean, I have a Prosper deck. I want to play things out of exile, so this is great.
There you go.
All right. We've got a full art, even the score, and it's a mythic. So it's a X and 3 blue instant, and it says this spell costs 3 blue less to cast if an opponent has drawn 4 or more cards this turn, and it's draw X cards. Okay, cool. Kind of a fun card.
And I think someone pointed out the one that we had just gotten. This guy, he's actually from the Commander decks.
Oh,
yeah, it's one
okay,
of the Commander-specific new cards.
All right.
Thanks, Allie, for catching that for us.
We've got Spara's Headquarters. This is a land, Forest Plains Island. It has the keywords there. That's important for fetching.
Yeah, very fetchable.
You can tap it for a green, white, blue, and Spara's Headquarters enters the battlefield tapped, and it has cycling 3. Cool. It's a nice land.
The triome cycle is complete now.
We did it. Wiretapping. It's 4 and a blue, full art, and it's an enchantment that has Hideaway 5. When you draw your first card during each of your draw steps, draw a card. Then if you have 9 or more cards in hand, you may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost. Wait, I think I read that wrong. Oh no, the exiled card, the Hideaway card.
Right.
Got it.
Hideaway is ATB, look at the top number of cards. And
Yes. Cool. I love the art. And then we got a foil copy token because you're going to need copies. Cool.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
Sure. See what's in. See if we can. Some of the good stuff. Packs are so robust for this. It feels like there's more than 15 cards in these. That might just be the contents of the cards. But I haven't actually opened a lot of packs in recent years. So. Oh,
I had 16 in the one that I opened, but one of them was a token.
Sure. All right, here we go. So we're going to start off with some Girder Goons, black and 4, and when they die, you create a tapped 2/2 black rogue creature token, and they have Blitz. We have a Midnight Assassin, still 1/2 flying death touch.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go a Glamorous Outlaw. So I dig this art.
Yes.
They have a panther on their chain there. It's 3 and a Grixis for a 4/5 vampire rogue. Enters the battlefield, deals 2 damage to each opponent, and you scry 2. Then for 2, you can exile it from your hand and gives a land tap to add a Grixis until you cast it from exile. It's like that other one that we saw.
Just like the other one, yeah.
Yep. Sky Crier. It's just a 1 and a white for 1/1 flying lifelink flyer that lets you and someone else draw a card. Traditional, super balanced white card draw.
Group hug white card.
Yeah. Secret mono white mill deck. Psychic Pickpocket. When it enters the battlefield, it connives. And when it connives, you return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Is this one was no. We got a different conniver. Ooh,
this is one of the ones.
The Obscura Charm. The charms of the other new cycle that we're hyped to see more of.
Yes.
This one is return multicolored permanent with mana value 3 or less from graveyard to battlefield tapped. So it's instant speed reanimate, which is not anything small. Counter instant or sorcery, also a big deal. Destroy target non-creature planeswalker, mana value 3 or less. This one is probably the best far and away of the charms.
I think that's what I'm most excited about.
Yeah, because all 3 of those modes. Oh, this mountain.
Oh.
I remember seeing this mountain split and I was like, this is
cool.
Fantastic.
Again with the gold. It literally looks like gold leaf on the card. It's so pretty.
Yep. Here's our next one. Lagrella the Magpie. Yeah, the camera does. Let's see. This one's not foil, so it's not
No.
quite as shiny as the other one. Let's see. When Lagrella enters the battlefield, exile any number of other target creatures controlled by different players until Lagrella leaves the battlefield. When exiled card enters the battlefield under your control this way, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. All right. That's pretty solid. Masked Bandits. Oh, these raccoon cards are so cute. What up, Sly Cooper? What are you doing in Magic the Gathering? All right.
New secret lair idea.
Video game iconics.
Yes.
Just, Jack and Daxter.
Right?
Right. Mario, Sonic, all that jazz.
Yeah.
All right. 3 and a Jund for a 5/5 Vigilance Menace. Oh, and this is the ramp one. Oh, and Rocco, Cabaretti Caterer.
Ooh.
Very appropriate for our board game cafe.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Our chef actually has an entire food-based EDH deck.
Yes.
When this came out, I tried to convince him to use this as the card, but he wants to do it as a Sultai, so.
Oh yeah, I saw the card that he got.
Yeah,
I'm really excited to play against it.
Yarok altered to have a chef's hat.
Yes.
That's the end. Rocco Cabaretti is X and Naya to just tutor for a creature with mana value X or less, put it onto the battlefield. So it's a commander. It's like, hey, did you want something else to be your commander? Oh, and here we go. One of the Lords of the Houses.
Yeah.
Rafine, Scheming Seer. It's just the standard art version of it. But flying, Ward 1. Let's see, it's Esper for a legendary Sphinx Demon. Whenever you attack, target attacking creature connives for X, where X is the number of attacking creatures. You draw X card, discard X, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature for each non-land discarded that way. So solid.
Great. Oh, there's another one, another good guy on Halo.
Let's see. Yep, this is one of the commander cards.
Yeah.
It's Grixis for a 1/3 Death Touch legendary vampire assassin.
He's the face commander, right? One of the sets.
That sounds correct.
Yeah,
yes.
I think he is.
See, in the first instant or sorcery you cast each turn has Casualty 2. And Casualty is one of the other new effects where you sacrifice a creature with power X or greater, where X is the casualty number, and you get to copy the spell. So this guy is here to copy all of your casts. See, Cemetery Tampering. Here's the Black Hideaway to go with our wiretapping. See, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may mill 3 cards. Then if there are 20 or more cards in your graveyard, you may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost. We'll run that with Mortal Kombat. Oh, and Giada, Font of Hope. This was the last card spoiled for the set from the core set. And I think she's got to be a pretty important character because she's one of the angels. And part of the plot is that the angels, aren't supposed to be on Capenna anymore. But there's, 6 angels in the set. So what's going on? Okay. Also, this card's getting a lot of hype for just being one of the best new angel tribal commanders ever. Because it's angel tribal support that you can play quickly and ramp. Mm-hmm. And mono white ramp is, wow, not a thing we see a lot of.
It's true. It might go right into my Kalia deck. Oh.
And here we go. Agnes the Dragon's Lash. This is one of our Sean Pagel cards that we were talking about. Very exciting. Got that really early. This is one of the Jund commanders. So it's just one of the legendary. It's not actually an official commander, but it's a 3/3 haste, and whenever creature you control with haste attacks, create treasure token. Just such aggressive treasure ramp. This guy, that is so huge. And this card is really, really like this art. And it's got that gilded border that we've been talking about. That is beautiful. We're going to set that aside, so make sure that we've got it. Oh, and here's the first citizen token. Citizen on one side, treasure on the other.
Love it. I was just going to get into the Twitch chat.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm keeping up with everybody.
Go for it.
All right.
All right.
I think we've got some good stuff so far.
Yeah. It's a great opening.
Yeah.
This pack was certainly so many legendaries in this pack.
I know, that's pretty crazy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, just just 5, just a third of the pack is
Right.
some of the new legendaries. No,
What is this,
6.
Commander Legends?
6, over a third of the pack. Yeah,
Okay,
we'll get to
cool.
that. We'll probably do something similar when Commander Legends comes out. Get our D&D cosplay LARP on and come do it.
Yes. How exciting!
All right, go grab
Okay.
the second pack.
Cool.
Let's keep going. We got a lot of these to get through, but we'll probably start skipping commons once we see duplicates. And
Yeah,
stuff.
we're hopefully teed up to get duplicates here pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. We got a land first. Maestro's Theater.
This is another one of the play it, sack it.
Play it, sack it. Get an island, swamp, or a mountain. Great. We got Echo Inspector. 3 and a blue for a creature with flying, and when Echo Inspector enters the battlefield, it connives. And it's a 2/3. Cool. We love a bird person. We got Botanical Plaza. It enters tapped. It taps for a green or a white, and you can pay 2 green, white, tap it, sacrifice it, and draw a card. We got Wrecking Crew for a 4 and a red creature with reach and trample, and it's a 4/5. Cool.
All right. I like that there's almost nothing that's just vanilla in this set. Like, even the basic creatures have 1 or 2 keywords.
Yeah.
That make limited really interesting. I'm going to be excited to draft this set.
Yes, for sure. I think they did that really well with Kamigawa too, which is I think why Kamigawa was really draftable.
Mm-hmm.
Public Enemy, it's a 2 and a blue enchantment, and it is an aura. All creatures attack enchanted creature's controller each combat if able. So it has like a goad mechanic. But when enchanted creature dies, draw a card. All creatures attack enchanted creature's controller each combat if able. Interesting. Okay. I like the art on it a lot. It looks really cool.
I want to put that on Corona False God and watch people lose their minds.
All right, we got Forge Boss for 2 black and a red. It's a creature. Whenever you sacrifice 1 or more other creatures, Forge Boss deals 2 damage to each opponent, and this ability triggers only once each turn. And it's a 3/4. Cool. You're going to see more of those only once per turn kind of situations.
Yeah. I think that's Wizards' answers to try and make sure that people don't just spontaneously find ways to go infinite.
Yes.
Just put once per turn caps
Once
on
per
lots
turn.
of effects.
We got a full art forest here, and it's really pretty. Foil looks great. We got another disciplined duelist. So we're going to just throw that. That one's a... We got a waterfront district. It's the Demir one. Enters tapped, blue and a black, and you can pay 2 blue and a black to sacrifice it and draw a card. We got another Obscura Charm in the showcase art.
Ooh, yeah.
Jeremy Solomon's our artist here. Cool.
Ooh,
There you
fancy.
go.
Look at them go. So obscure.
Yes. They look really pretty. They're both foil too.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'll put it with that one.
They can be fans.
Yeah. We got Reservoir Kraken for 2 and 2 blue. It's a creature with trample and ward 2. At the beginning of each combat, if Reservoir Kraken is untapped, any opponent may tap an untapped creature they control. If they do, tap Reservoir Kraken and create a 1/1 blue fish creature token with this creature can't be blocked, and it's a 6/6. This is going to go right into my Coma deck, because I do have a little bit of Kraken, Serpent, Leviathan, Tribal in there. Very fun.
Mm-hmm. Serious fish business.
Yes, just a fish doing fish business over here. All right, we got Boxing Ring for 1 and a green artifact. I think this is our first artifact, right? I think so.
Maybe, yeah. There's not a lot many in this set.
Yeah.
Other than, all of the treasure tokens you're making.
Yeah, right. I know, yeah, those are the only artifacts you're making this set.
Yeah.
Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control with the same mana value. Oh, that's an interesting way to do it. And you can tap it to create a treasure token.
Yep.
Activate only if you control a creature that fought this turn. All right. Excuse me.
Combo with Prize Fight.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, we got Corpse Explosion for 1, a black and a red. It's a sorcery. As an additional cost of the spell, exile a creature card from your graveyard. Corpse explosion deals damage equal to the exiled card's power to each creature and each planeswalker. Okay. So another like kind of graveyard dealy card.
Mm-hmm. Then one of the families has a whole thing of graveyard interaction where it cares about the different types in your graveyard. So not quite delirium, but something else.
All right, we've got Topiary Stomper for 1 and 2 green. Creature, plant, dinosaur with vigilance. And when it enters the battlefield, search your library for a basic land, put it into the battlefield tapped and shuffle. And Topiary Stomper can't be attack or block unless you control 7 or more lands. And it's a 4/4. Kind of fun.
Oh, yeah, that's...
we got Rampant Green? Crazy.
What? From Ixalan, there was a dinosaur like that. It was a 5/5 for 3 mana. That if you had the city, like you couldn't attack or block unless you had the city's blessing.
It's the dinosaur that's like you can play
an extra
additional land. I have that in my I think it's in my Coma deck. It's like
Wayward Swordtooth?
Oh my gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Yes, Wayward Swordtooth. Yes, I got it, and then we got it in chat at the same time.
Yes.
Thank you, Allie Golem.
All right. Scheming Fence. White and a blue creature. As it enters the battlefield, you may choose a non-land permanent. Activated abilities of the chosen permanent can't be activated. And Scheming Fence has all activated abilities of the chosen permanent except for loyalty abilities. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to activate those abilities. Okay, that's interesting. It's a 2/3. So it can steal a creature's abilities and make your creature not have anything. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
And then we got a really cool angel token. 3/3 angel. Probably gonna need that. All right.
Shoot. Next one. Try and make my arms work in this coat. And I can totally move my arms. All right. So, start off with a Daring Escape. Our creature gets +1/+0, first strike until end of turn, and scry 1, all for 1 red. Bad. Oh, we're talking about artifacts. Here we go. Here's another one. The Halo Scarab. Exile Halo Scarab from your graveyard. Create treasure token. All right. Security Bypass. 1 and a blue for an aura. Enchanted creature is attacking. It can't be blocked. So as long as it's in attacking, it can't be blocked. Is there a situation where it not being able to be blocked would matter where it wasn't attacking? Is the first half of that sentence necessary? No, as long as it's attacking alone. There it is.
Oh, alone.
I was like, all right.
So it's like a master. Well, no, I guess it's not like a master cult. A master cult is going to only attack alone.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yep. It just has an exalted feature. Let's see. When it does combat damage to a player, it connives. Strangle, the new not quite lightning bolt. 3 damage to a creature or planeswalker. Sorcery speed for 1 red. Torch Breath, lots of burn in this pack.
Yeah.
Let's see. Red next, 2 less if it targets a blue permanent. Can't be countered. X damage target creature or planeswalker. Sure. See. Vampire Scrivener. Black and 4 for a 2/2 flyer. Whenever you gain life during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And whenever you lose life during your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So it just wants your life total to change. I feel like there's lots of easy ways to make that go infinite with just an effect that makes you gain 1 and lose 1 that you would normally not care about, but gain life, lose life triggers.
Well, like Veto, right? Like he makes you lose life when you sacrifice a creature, but then you could like find a way whenever a creature enters a graveyard, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life, and so you're just going back and forth and doing that.
Mm-hmm. Certainly lots of easy ways for that.
Yeah.
Another forest. This one with a really cool angel statue in there. Beautiful. Nimble Larcenist. White, blue, black, bird rogue. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose an artifact, instant, or sorcery and exile it. That is pretty solid. Hand attack attached to creatures is always one of my favorite things. Mm-hmm. Ooh, here we go. Cormella, the Glamour Thief. Another Grixis legendary.
Yeah.
See, 1 Grixis 2/4 haste, and you can pay 1 and tap to add a Grixis to spend only on instant or sorcery spells, which is still really solid because
That's what you're casting in Grixis.
Cruel Ultimatum, you say. And when Carmilla dies, turn up to 1 target instant or sorcery from your graveyard to your hand. That is a whole lot of spectacular advantage.
Yeah, that's really good.
We have the Tramway Station. This is the red-black tap land that you can sack to draw cards, and it's got the really fun border on it. The other, we got the nice borders, but this one's foil. Here is another Giada. This is the standard art in foil. Do really like the stained glass kind of iridescent gossamer wings that she's got there. Gavel of the Righteous.
Okay.
New piece of equipment. For 2, at the beginning of combat on your turn, you put a charge counter on Gavel. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each charge counter on Gavel of the Righteous. And as long as Gavel of the Righteous has 4 or more counters on it, the equipped creature has double strike. And to equip, you pay 3, or you can take 1 counter off of it. That is a whole lot of text for creature gets bigger and maybe has double strike. It's interesting, though. Non-mana based ways to pay for equipping is really useful. This honestly pairs really well with the other equipment from this set. The sword that turns planeswalkers into creatures.
Oh, yes.
And gives +1/+1 for counters. Because like the counters on this will count double essentially for that.
Yeah.
So you have a Black Market Tycoon, red and a green for a 2/2. Beginning of your upkeep does 2 damage to you for each treasure you control. And tap to create treasure. So it's just really encouraging you to use your treasures really, really quickly. So,
jeez.
This feels like a card that you donate to somebody and then make them have a bunch of treasure somehow, but then not be able to sacrifice it. I don't know. Toulouse, Clever Conductor. Toulouse, not Moulin Rouge character. Let's see. So they're Esper. Legendary Human Rogue. When he enters the battlefield, it connives. And whenever you discard 1 or more cards, exile them from a graveyard. And when Toulouse dies, you put cards exiled with it into their owner's hand. That's pretty interesting.
Okay.
It's got some card advantage there. Ooh, here's another one of the angels. You have the Sanctuary Warden. Oh, shiny, getting some reflection there. When it, let's see, 4 and 2 white for a 5/5 angel soldier with flying. Enters the battlefield with 2 shield counters on it. Shield counters, I don't know if we discussed what they do, in case anyone hasn't been familiar with them. The shield counters work kind of like totem armor, where if the creature would be destroyed, you remove a shield counter from it. And whenever Sanctuary Warden enters the battlefield or attacks, you may remove a counter from a creature or planeswalker you control. If you do, draw a card and create a 1/1 green and white citizen token. That is really, really good. That is a whole lot of great stuff.
And chat's pointing out that it's a foil etched, not just a normal foil.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just the border that's etched.
That is.
That's why it's reflective like that.
I know.
Cool.
So good looking. Yeah, I really like some of these showcase arts they've got in here. Oh my goodness.
We got a dog!
Look at that good boy. Look at this good boy token. I will love you forever, good boy token. I will not let anything bad happen to you ever. Oh my goodness. And on the back is one of the little devil tokens.
A little devil, okay.
Yeah, actually looks like a human child, but is a devil. From what I hear from my parent friends, those are very much the same thing.
Wait, somebody is saying the angel is $190 that we just pulled.
Wow! Really? Wow, I believe it because...
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Now, I also believe it to the tune of the set's not actually out yet, so these prices don't mean anything for the next 10 days. But good to know that is like a super mega rare. Good.
All right. Let's see.
Go ahead and
CG.
check that.
Let's see. Showcase Art Deco foil etched. I'm seeing... Is that the one we got?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I'm seeing... I don't know what this was. TCG Master 828
that
SR.
Can't be.
That's not correct.
No, let's go to some reputable website that I won't name that has card prices on it. What's it called? Sanctuary Warden.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not coming up on my phone for some reason.
All right.
I'm not seeing it crazy.
Yeah, let's see. There's the foil. Yeah, the most expensive I'm seeing the foil for is $10 in places, but I will keep looking. But
Yeah,
that does say
interesting.
sold out where I'm looking at right now. But we'll do some more research on that. Thank
Good
you for
to
the
know.
tip.
Thanks, chat.
Yeah, maybe I'll find a sleeve somewhere for that. I'm sure I've got a sleeve somewhere.
Let's see.
Desk full of magic card stuff. I'll
Don't
find
see anything within reach.
Yeah, we can go ahead. The sanctuary warden that's the one we're talking about, right?
That was the angel, or are they saying the angel? No, it wasn't the angel token.
No, Giada is the other angel we got. We got both versions of Giada. I will wait for Bronze Panda if you want to come back with a. Oh, there we go. Bronze Panda has provided us a link to TCG Player.
Let's see. $189. It's a pre-sale item.
Yeah, well,
Crazy.
Yeah, that is a lot. Certainly, I imagine that there is a lot of hype around this. If we can.
Yeah.
Well, these will be available on sale at your local Zulu's Board Game Cafe TCG Player store starting a week from tomorrow. So if you are after Sanctuary Warden Foil Etched, good news, everybody.
We have one in stock. Okay, cool.
All right, go ahead and grab the next pack. Let's see what else we can find.
Let's get another $189 card.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's our goal for the
Just every single pack for the rest of this entire box.
The price of that is going to go down real quick if everything we pull is that. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
We've got a Rocks Pummeler. 5 and a green creature enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it, and it has trample as long as it has a shield counter on it, and it's a 6/3. Cool. We've got Extract the Truth, 1 and a black sorcery, and you can choose one. Target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a creature, enchantment, or planeswalker card from it, and that player discards that card. Or you can target opponent sacrifices an enchantment. Cool.
All right.
We've got Sticky Fingers. Not to be confused with Old Stick Fingers. We got a red enchantment, and it's an aura enchant creature. It has menace, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. And then when enchanted creature dies, you can draw a card. Cool. We've got Glittermonger. For 3 and a green, a creature that you can tap to create a treasure token, and it's a 1/4. Cool. We're doing a lot of treasures. A lot of treasure stuff. All right.
We've opened the actual treasure, apparently.
We have. I saw that. I flipped it over. Voice of the Vermin, a 3 and a green for a creature enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it, and when it attacks, target creature you control has base power and toughness 4/4 until end of turn, and it's a 2/2. Cool. Corpse Appraiser for a blue, black, and red. It's a creature, and when it enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target creature from a graveyard, any graveyard. If a card is put into exile this way, look at the top 3 cards of your library, and then put one of those cards into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. It is a 3/3. Cool. We got Full Art Island. Really pretty. I like the really dark with the contrast of the light colors. It's really pretty.
All these basics.
Yeah. Actually, I think I threw a basic in our other pile over here too.
A lot of them have this this vertical column imagery to them too that looks really nice. I'm not sure if that's a intentional theme or if I'm just noticing it between these two.
But yeah, that was the only one I grabbed.
Yeah.
Some of them do.
Yeah, we'll take a spread. We'll take some snapshots of all of our best pulls.
We got another tramway station. We got another Corpse Appraiser in the full art. Or the showcase art, I guess. We got another Botanical Plaza. A Devilish Valet. 2 in a red. And it's a creature with trample and haste. And it has Alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, double Devilish Valet's power until end of turn. It's a 1/3. Cool.
Let's see, that's got potential to go out of hand. You play anything that's like, oh yeah, if I play a Mere Battlesphere, what's its power become a Mere Battlesphere? Because it goes 1 to 2 to
Doesn't it make 4?
2 to 4 to 8 to 16 to 32. Mere battle sphere makes that creature's power 32.
That's
with
insane.
1 card.
Okay, that's really good. We're gonna we're gonna play that. I didn't know. Just watch out. Protection Racket for 2 and a black. It's an enchantment. It says at the beginning of your upkeep, repeat the following process for each opponent in turn order. Reveal the top card of your library. That player may pay life equal to that card's mana value. If they do, exile that card. Otherwise, put it into your hand. Oh, so they have to either pay for it or give it to you.
Okay. So yeah, you're either burning them for, it's like Baneful Omen, but optional.
Yes. You're giving everybody a 1-turn Bolas's Citadel, but then you take it away if they don't use it. Gala Greeters. There's another one of these. That was our promo card. We got a Hostile Takeover. Did we already grab one of these? Maybe I just recognize it. 2 Enegrixis or Sorcery. Up to 1 target creature has base power toughness 1/1 until end of turn. Up to 1 other target creature has base power 4/4 until end of turn. And then Hostile Takeover deals 3 damage to each creature. Interesting. Okay.
So it's kind of like a tiny, not a command, like a tiny ultimatum.
Yes. Like only up to 1 target creature is a 1/1. Yeah, it's just like it's gonna get.
It's like here's a whole lot of small things.
Yeah. Horde Hauler, a 3 and a red artifact vehicle with trample, and whenever Horde Hauler deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token for each artifact they control. Whoa. And crew 3, it's a 5/5. All right, and then we got a rogue on one side, and we got the new treasure token for this set. Really cool.
There's a lot of new treasure tokens, actually. I think we've seen, that was the devil, but I know I saw a different looking treasure token, one of the other ones I opened, but I don't know where it ended up. But
cool.
Okay, do my third one after I do.
Oh yeah, here you go. There it is.
Yeah, I knew there was one.
Yeah, so that's the other one. Cool. Like a little chalice. Yeah. Oh, we got a cat too. I didn't even notice that. It was on the back side.
Oh, it's a little ocelot.
Yeah. Cute.
I'll do the third one, and after this third one, I'll go ahead and open signups for the giveaway, because we are going to give away this beautiful Zulu's Board Game Cafe playmat with our nice Art Deco theme on it, and those will be available for sale this weekend at the store, and we may also be giving some more away during the pre-release events, so you'll just have to be here to find out. All right, next pack, we've got the Backstreet Bruiser. It's one of the blue. For Defender 3/3, and as long as there are 2 more counters among creatures you control, it can attack as though it wasn't a defender.
Backstreet's back.
All right. Goldhound. This is a card I was actually really excited about. It's another good boy. It's a treasure dog. It's 1/1 for 1 red with first strike and menace, and you can sack it for treasure effect.
I love that it says treasure dog. Every dog is a treasure.
Yeah, it's literally hard to say. It's like all dogs are treasures. But yeah, I'm excited about this. I think because I love multi-keyword cards that are cheap, because I'm in love with the card Soul Flare, and since Pioneer is going to be such a big format in the new Pro Series Magic, I'm thinking about seriously building Pioneer Soul Flare.
Cool.
Want to real bad. Let's see. Called you Strong Arm. 4 and a green for a 2/3. When it enters, you get 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature, and it can blitz. Chrome Cat, all the artifact pets. 3/2 for 3, and when it enters, you scry 1.
That would be a cat I'm not allergic to. It's an artifact cat.
That would do it. Rumor Gatherer. See, 1 and 2 white. 2/1 elf wizard with alliance. Whenever another creature enters, you scry 1, and if this is the second time this ability is resolved, draw a card instead. White card draw with no inherent drawbacks. Seems suspicious. Take to the Streets, 4 and a green sorcery. Creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Citizens you control gain an additional +1/+1 and vigilance. Fantastic.
Ooh, planes.
Planes. This is another one that kind of fits that vertical column theme that I was talking about. That is really nice, the way the cities just kind of popping out there. Like, it looks like it's supposed to be a big like pyramid building behind there, but it kind of looks like there's a massive explosion going on behind the tower.
Cool.
See, another botanical plaza. Glamorous outlaw. Let's see. Yeah, this is the alt art. Yeah, we saw one of those. Rakish revelers with the
gold foil border. I swear.
These are the coolest borders. I think
really
just
cool.
those big shiny columns they've got on there. Hostile takeover. Saw this one. Flawless forgery. 3 and 2 blue with casualty 3 sorcery. Exile target instant or sorcery card from opponent's graveyard. Copy it and cast the copy. So it's graveyard theft. Unlicensed hearse. This card has been actually getting a whole lot of praise as being like modern playable.
Yeah.
For what this card does. It's 2 colorless for a vehicle. You can tap it to exile 2 cards from a single graveyard, and its power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards that it has exiled. So that is a very, very powerful thing. And 2 cards around really messes with a lot of decks and a lot of formats from graveyards. And since you get to target them, matters a lot, especially since you can do it instant speed.
Yep.
See, ooh, another Ascendancy. It's the Cabaretti Ascendancy. It's Naya, and at the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's a creature or planeswalker, you may reveal it and put it into your hand. If you don't put the card into your hand, you may put it on the bottom of your library. So it's scry, and if it's a creature or planeswalker, you draw it. Oh,
ooh.
Here is another. This is another one of the face commanders. Yes. Kinkanto, Mayhem Diva, full art. Let's see, 1 and a Naya for a legendary cat bard druid. You have made some interesting multi-class choices here, Kit Kanto.
What about artifact legendary creature jellyfish? What was Reality Chip? It's like this like crazy combination. I can't remember what it is. It's really
Do you know the magic creature? There's only one that actually has 4 types.
No. I don't know.
I think it's Seton Archer. It's a green card from Odyssey, and it is an Centaur Archer Druid Scout.
Jesus.
Yeah. So goofy.
This person has a lot of jobs.
Yeah. That's one of my weird random magic facts that I know. All right. And then Wizard Token. Oh, yeah, the one with the wizards.
Oh, yeah.
They sacrifice themselves to Force Spike. Oh, and yet another treasure.
A different kind of treasure.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so we're halfway through, everybody. So I am going to go ahead and hit this button real quick so people can start entering. Should just pop up in the Twitch chat here in a second. All right, there you go. So go ahead and enter at your leisure. And once we're wrapped up, talk about it a little bit more, and we'll pick somebody to win this playmat.
I want to just move these cards out of the way so you can see the art on them.
Yeah.
There you go.
I can zoom back out a little bit so everybody can see the art on this playmat. This was designed for us by one of our local friends that really likes it. When we said we were going to go all in on this theme, they put this together for us. And then we went out and liked it so much, we got it made into playmats. And these have the really nice edged stitching on it that you can see right there.
Really pretty.
It's very nice. Very fancy.
It's really cool. Very much fits the theme of the set. It's great.
We've got a lot of decor going up for it down at the store, too. We're getting all that set up for this weekend. It's
how exciting.
So much fun.
I might pop by, but I'm not going to be able to do any drafts or anything, which is kind of sad. But
oh, no.
I'll come by and say hi.
All right, we'll make sure we still get you a pre-release kit. So
yes.
Fancy. All right.
Okay. All right. All right, we got. Well, let me move these out of the way so I don't put my elbow on them.
Make sure we're refocused here. Looks like, right. Cool.
We got a high-rise Sackjaw for 2 and a green. It's a creature with reach, and whenever it blocks a creature with flying, high-rise Sackjaw gets +2/+0 until end of turn. It's a 2/3. Cool. Kind of reminds me of one of the other elf, what's it called? That has reach that like blocks. I can't remember what it's called. Daring Escape for red. It's an instant. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn and scry 1. Okay. Revelation of Power. It's a 1 and a white instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it has a counter on it, it also gains flying, lifelink until end of turn. Interesting that it just says a counter, because that could be a shield counter, could be a trample counter.
Yeah, they're really going all in on the counters of all sorts of different things.
Yeah. We got Antagonize for 1 and a red instant. It's a target creature gets +4/+3 until end of turn. It's fighting the little devil in the token card.
You can do it, little devil friend.
You got it.
You had just 3 instant speed buff spells.
I really did.
Back.
Rob the Archives, 1 and a red sorcery, and has Casualty 1. And exile the top 2 cards of your library, and you may play those cards this turn. Perfect.
All right.
Security Rocks. I think we pulled another one that was called Rocks, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of rocks. Those are just the rhino people.
Those are just the rhinos. We got 2 and a red and a green creature, and you may pay a red-green rather than pay this spell's mana cost. Spend only mana produced by treasures to cast it this way. Interesting. And it's a 5/3. And we got another full art mountain.
Yeah,
really pretty.
Tower Mountain.
We got another of the full art masked bandits. Little raccoons.
I love them so much.
We got another Rocco Cabaret Caterer. This is not a foil one though.
Mm-hmm. Still looks good.
Yep. Oh, we got another charm. Broker's Charm for Naya. And I'm sorry, not Naya. Why am I blinking on this one? It doesn't matter. A green,
Bant.
white, and a Bant. Yes. Instant. Choose 1 target creature you control gets +1/+0 until end of turn. It deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker and opponent controls, or destroy target enchantment, or draw 2 cards. Cool.
Very solid. Here we go.
Oh, we got Vivian on the hunt.
First Planeswalker.
First Planeswalker. It's 4 and 2 green. And her +2 ability is you may sacrifice a creature. If you do, search your library for a creature card with mana value equal to 1 plus the sacrificed creature's mana values. Put it so it's just Birthing Pod, right? In the for that +2 ability.
Yes.
And then you can +1 her to mill 5 cards, and then put any number of creature cards milled this way into your hand. And you can -1 her to create a 4/4 green Rhino Warrior creature token. She starts at 4 loyalty.
Yeah. They're really leaning into that with Planeswalkers that don't really have the big game-ending ultimate power anymore.
I think that's good, though, because I feel like in Commander especially, which is what I generally play, you can get distracted by a Planeswalker pretty quickly if you're going all out with attacks and stuff. And you can be like, I'm just going to attack the Planeswalker, then everybody's blocking, and then you're not doing damage to your opponent. And so I think this is cool because you wouldn't necessarily want to go after this Planeswalker right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with Chad that this is a limited bomb. Like in a draft, this is great because this is going to win you a game, because this is essentially, if they don't do anything about it, it's 4 4/4s for 6.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario. Or if you've got other creatures on the board, you can Birthing Pod, and it just keeps going rather than a lot of big Planeswalkers are, I'm a huge target, come and get me.
Yep, exactly. Grand Crescendo, it's X and 2 white instant, and you can create X 1/1 green and white citizen creature tokens. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Okay.
I am very excited about this one.
It's just a white ink shield, kind of. You have to pay into it, but...
Kind of. It's like a White Sun Zenith.
There you go. Yes.
But I like that it gives the indestructible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually probably going to replace White Sun Zenith because I have a commander deck that is a creatureless equipment deck.
Fun.
That has no creatures in it. It just makes tokens. And that's very, very solid because worst case scenario, that's 2 white for creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Yeah. Which is just hey, I'm going to respond to a board wipe with 2 white. None of my stuff
True.
dies.
Yeah, you can put nothing into X. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be really good.
I think that spell's going to get a whole lot of play in other formats too for that exact reason.
Rabble Rousing, it's 4 and a white. Enchantment has Hideaway 5, and when you attack with 1 or more creatures, create that many 1/1 green-white citizen creature tokens, and then if you control 10 or more creatures, you may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost. So it's one of the other ones that we got. We got Incandescent Aria for Anaya, a sorcery, and it deals 3 damage to each non-token creature. Interesting. Non-token.
Yeah, because a lot of the Cabaretti cards are just making token creatures or
Right.
copies of things, so that's their jam.
Tenuous Truce, 1 and a white, enchantment aura, and you would enchant opponent. At the beginning of enchanted opponent's end step, you and that player each draw a card. When you attack, enchanted opponent or a planeswalker they control, or when they attack you or a planeswalker you control, sacrifice Tenuous Truce. Got it. That's pretty interesting. And then we got a Rhino Warrior, 4/4 Rhino Warrior, and another treasure token. Another different one.
They have so many different treasure tokens.
Yep. All right.
Pretty easy at EX. All right.
Okay, it looks like everything's going again.
Are we coming in again? Our audio bars look like they're working properly now. All right. Yes, we're very fancy. We are ready to go to.
We are back.
All right.
Yay.
Excellent. Everything is fine. Nothing is ruined.
We got the suspenders. We've got the top hat.
Here for it.
Yes.
See? Racer's Ring. Raffine's Guidance and Aura for 1 white enchant creature gets +1/+1, and you can cast it from your graveyard for 3. Which is actually pretty nice to see auras that recur, because auras are one of the biggest feel bads that you'll get sometimes when you play it, and it's like, oh, and it's gone. Right, the Corrupt Court Official, 1 and a black for 1/1. It enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a card. Alright, that's a pretty bog standard effect. We're gonna have 3 of those in the standard environment, actually, because there was 1 in Kamigawa that was an artifact. There was 1 in one of the sets before that was just another human. Oh, they see a lot. Murder, good old-fashioned murder.
Yes.
Freelance Muscle, another one of the Rocks Warriors. 4 and a green, when it attacks or blocks, it gets +X/+X, where X is the greatest power and toughness among other creatures you control, so it doesn't get itself. Darling of the Masses.
Me.
it's true. 2 green and white. Other citizens you control get +1/+0, and whenever Darling of the Masses attacks, you get a 1/1 green and white citizen token. It's actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
Ooh, another mountain
Oh,
one.
it's a different one too.
Yeah, still got that vertical column feel, but that is just an intense cityscape going on in that mountain's art right there.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Side, the Maestros charm.
Oh.
It's our 3rd charm that we've gotten.
Yeah.
Look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put one of those cards into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Each opponent loses 3 and you gain 3, or do 5 damage to a creature or planeswalker. It is still pretty solid. I don't know if it's quite as good as the Esper one. Yeah, the Obscura. Still a pretty solid charm.
Yeah.
C, Spara's Adjudicators. This is the common exile for ramp for Bant. And there's the Rakish Revelers again.
Yeah.
There's a foil unlicensed hearse to go with our regular one. A contractual safeguard. It's one of the commander cards that has addendum. If you cast the spell during your main phase, you get a shield counter on a creature you control. And then choose a kind of creature you control and put a counter of that kind on each other creature you control. So wow, this puts shield counters on your entire board if you do it on your turn. That is, and if you've got multiple of these in your, since this is a commander card, it's not something standard. I got excited, then I remembered. It's like, oh, 4 of them is so good. Yeah, 4 of them would be really good. Let's see, Undercover Operative. It's a Shapeshifter Rogue for 2 and 2 blue. And you may have Shapeshifter Operative enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield except it enters with a shield counter. So it's clone plus shield, which is nice because then it can, usually match up with whatever it cloned.
Yeah.
Theirs would die and yours would live because there's a shield counter.
Yep.
See, Evelyn the Covetous. It's one of the Grixis legendaries. 2/5 with flash for 2 and some Grixis combo colors there. When Evelyn the Covetous or another vampire enters the battlefield under your control, exile the top card of each player's library with a collection counter on it, and then once each turn you may play a card from exile with a collection counter on it if it was exiled by an ability you controlled, and you may spend mana as though it were any color to cast it. Wow.
I'm interested in it having flash. Why does it have flash?
I mean, yeah, like, it's good, but it doesn't do a whole lot of natural synergy with the card.
Yeah.
The fact that this works off of tokens, and vampires have a whole lot of way to make tokens, like, you just make a vampire mill deck, just vampires ripping the top of people's decks off.
It's true.
Pretty brutal. Corpse Explosion, the full art. I think you saw one of those earlier already. There's a 2/2 Flying Spirit. Ooh, and an Ogre Warrior.
I love a good spirit token.
Yeah.
I feel like they're getting cooler and cooler.
No, 2/2. What even makes a 2/2 Spirit? I assume something in this set, but I don't think I've seen any other 2/2 Flying Spirit tokens before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. All right. Ugh, this one opened up super weird. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, and just, oh no, awkward split packs.
No.
No. I don't like it.
I don't want to mess anything up. There we go.
I mean, injuring packs ensures that there's going to be good stuff in them. I had somebody, when Theros came out, was like, hey, open this for me so make sure it has an Elspeth in it. And I took the pack and I bit it, and then it had an Elspeth in it.
Oh my god.
With only a little tiny tooth mark. It's fine. It's fine. He got the card he wanted. It was good. He's getting it to play.
Yeah. All right, we got a Cabaretti Initiate for 1 green. It's a creature raccoon citizen, and it's a 2, and you can play a red or a white. And Cabaretti Initiate gains double strike until end of turn. It's a 1/2. This one reminds me of Rocket. Or like Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah.
He just looks like he's up to trouble. We got a Disdainful Stroke. This is a reprint.
Yep.
Counter target spell with mana value 4 or greater. Cool. Maestros Initiate, 2 and a black. It's a creature, human citizen, 4 in a blue or a red. Exile Maestro's Initiate from your graveyard and draw 2 cards and discard a card. It's a 3/1. Ooh, and he has text on the bottom about Lord Xander. How far are you willing to go for your family, Clean Blade? Ooh. All right. Capenna Express, 3 and a green, artifact vehicle, and it's sacrifice a treasure. Capenna Express becomes an artifact creature until end of turn. And then it also has crew 3. So you can make it a creature or you can crew it. And it's a 6/6. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, looks like the new vehicles.
Swooping Protector, 3 and a white. It's a creature bird citizen with flash and flying. And Swooping Protector enters the battlefield with a shield counter on it. And it's a 2/1. Whoa. Knockout Blow, 2 and a white. It's an instant. This spell costs 2 less to cast if it targets a red creature. And it also deals 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. You gain 2 life. Knockout blow deals 4 damage to your entire black creature, and you gain 2 life.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah. We got a full art planes. This looks like it's inside the train station, the Capenna Express.
How apropos for getting the train card right there.
And I put that in the wrong spot.
That's fine. I'll get it all organized as we wrap up.
We got another Rakish Revelers. So that one's really cool. Brazen Upstart. It's a Naya and creature elf shaman with vigilance. And when it dies, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on bottom of your library in random order. Cool. Another glamorous outlaw, but in the foil kind of showcasey art. It's really cool. Look at her panthers.
Yeah, that's
really cool.
Nice.
Another Cabaretti Ascendancy. Sinister Concierge, my favorite kind. 1 in a blue. It's a creature, and when it dies, you may exile it and put 3 time counters on it. If you do, exile up to 1 target creature and put 3 time counters on it. And each card exiled this way that doesn't have suspend gains suspend. Interesting. Okay, so you're just being able to bring it back out, right?
Yeah, kind of just delays stuff from happening.
Yeah. Structural Assault, 3 and 2 red. It's a sorcery. Destroy all artifacts. Then Structural Assault deals damage to each creature equal to the number of artifacts that were put into graveyards from the battlefield this turn. So if you're destroying everybody's treasure tokens, this is going to hurt.
Yeah.
Really bad. Maestro's Ascendancy for a Grixis enchantment. Once during each of your turns, you may cast an instant. Oh, I think we already read this one.
Yeah, we've had this one. This is the flashback.
Yep. We got Xander's Lounge. Land, Island, Swamp, Mountain. We got another Triome. It enters tapped, and it has cycling 3. Cool.
Excellent.
And then we got another Wizard and an Ogre Warrior on the back.
Hey.
Sweet.
Coming towards the end after this one, and there's just one left for each of us.
Yep.
Speaking of awkward pack opening,
I
what is
know.
even happening here?
I'm always so scared of nicking them on the top.
Were you playing when Modern Masters 2015 came out?
No, that was when I was on my very long sabbatical from Magic.
I don't know if you've seen those packs, but they were the little cardboard ones that weren't traditional these. They were very, very tiny cardboard boxes instead of regular packs. And they had the little perforated peel off of it. The problem was because they were cardboard, they weren't very well, you could shake them and they would just damage the cards inside by the cardboard breaking itself. Oh, it was
sad.
Not the best design space. All right, here we go. Right here we have a Mayhem Patrol, Devil Warriors, 1/2 for 2 with Menace. When they attack, target creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn, and they can blitz. Let's see, Rafine's Informant. Yeah, it's the 2/1. Connives and ATBs. We've seen one of them. Jetmer's Fixer, not Fixture. It's a 2/2 for red and a green. And for red and a green, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. And if you spent mana from a treasure this way, it instead gets a +1/+1 counter. Expendable Lackey. It's a 1-drop, 1/1 for a blue. And then for 1 in a blue, you can exile it from your graveyard and create a blue fish token that can't be blocked.
Aww.
It's going to feed them to the fishes. Not going to be a problem for nobody no more. Disciplined Duelists. It's a Bant for a 2/1 double strike. And it enters the battlefield with a shield counter. Alright. Riveteer's Decoy. 1 in the green for a 3/1 human warrior. Must be blocked if able. And Blitz. Okay. Yeah. Spooky Staircase Swamp.
Yeah. Oh,
the Cabaretti Charm.
Okay, we're only missing one more.
Yep. All right, Cabaretti Charm deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature or player. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample until end of turn. Or create 2 1/1 green and white human citizen tokens. It's not bad. It does Doesn't do much on an empty board other than giving
Yeah.
you creature tokens, but 2 creatures at instant speed still is not the worst.
Yeah.
Okay. Skybridge Towers is the white-blue card. Brazen Upstart. So we just saw one of these guys. This one's in the foil.
Yep.
Obscura Ascendancy. Have we gotten this Ascendancy yet?
I don't
think so.
All
Alright, so Obscura Ascendancy. Whenever you cast a spell, if its mana value is equal to 1 plus the number of soul counters on Obscura Ascendancy, put a soul counter on Obscura Ascendancy, then create a 2/2 white spirit token creature with flying.
Hey.
Okay, so there's the 2/2 spirit. So if its mana value is equal to 1 plus the number of soul. So after you play this, you'd have to play a 1-drop, then a 2. So you just have to curve perfectly after resolving this particular ascendancy. Sure, that's fine. And as long as there are 5 or more counters on Obscure Ascendancy, spirits you control get +3/+3. That is pretty significant, though.
Yeah.
I just run some proliferate effects, and then after I get
Right.
the first one, just do it that way. Spellbinding Soprano. Now, I've seen a lot of people saying they want to make like song and dance themed EDH decks after this set, and there's a lot of these, especially in the last set, or I think it was. Oh, geez, not one of the Innistrad sets, the wedding one, Crimson Vow.
Crimson
there
Vow,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah, there was the dancer.
Yep.
Spellbinding Soprano, 2/2 for 1 and a red human bard. When Spellbinding Soprano attacks, instant and sorcery spells you cast this turn cost 1 less to cast. All right, and then it encores for 4. Encore. Do I know what Encore does? I don't know if I'm familiar with what Encore is.
Encore doesn't. You can do it again. Like you can pay for it one more time. I can look it up. Encore. Activated ability that can be activated only if a creature card that it has it is in the graveyard.
Okay.
And sorry, only appears in non-legendary. You can pay a creature's encore cost and exile it from the graveyard to create a number of token copies of it.
Okay.
That equals the number of opponents. Each of those tokens has haste, must attack that player, and is sacrificed during the end step.
Okay, so it's just shows up one time, comes out after everybody, then goes away. All right, I like it.
Yep.
Flavorful to the term. Next up is the Professional Facebreaker. It's a 2/3 for 3, 2 and a red with Menace, Human Warrior. When 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token, and sacrifice a treasure token, exile the top card of your library you can play it this turn. Wow, that's good.
Yep.
Oh.
Ooh.
Full Art Triome.
There we go.
Spara's Headquarters. Forest Plains Island. Very nice. And then another Hostile Takeover in the nice foil.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't get a token in that one.
Okay.
Interesting.
There you go. All right.
All right, last pack for me. All right. See, this one opened great. All right, we got a Demon's Due, 3 and a black, an instant with scry 2, and then draw 2 cards, and you lose 2 life. Cool. We got Ob Nixilis in the Ars. That's awesome. Boon of Safety for a white instant. Put a shield counter on target creature and scry 1. Gilded Pinions for 2, an artifact equipment, and when it enters a battlefield, create a treasure token. Equipped creature has flying, and the equip cost is 2. Seems okay. For the family, for 1 green, an instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn, and if you control 4 or more creatures, that creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn instead. Cool.
All right.
Courier's Briefcase, 1 and a green, artifact treasure. Ooh, it makes all colors. Or you have to pay all colors. So when Courier's Briefcase enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 green white citizen creature token, and you can tap to sacrifice it, add 1 mana of any color, and if you pay all 5 colors, you can tap it, sacrifice it, and draw 3 cards. Cool.
It's an interesting card for limited. I don't know if it's seeable outside of that, because it gives you a creature if nothing else, and then it ramps you.
Yeah.
Or draws you a whole lot of cards if you manage to get it late game and have a bunch of treasure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nimble Larcenist for a white, blue, black. Creature bird rogue has flying, and when it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals their hand. Choose an artifact, instant, or sorcery from it, and exile that card. 2/1. You just exile it. You don't get to play it.
Nope.
And we got another full art mountain.
Yes.
Really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Another glamorous outlaw in that full kind of showcasey art. Another Obscura charm in the full art. And then we got Lagrella the Magpie for a green, white, blue legendary creature. When it enters the battlefield, exile any number of other target creatures controlled by different players until Lagrella leaves the battlefield. When an exiled card enters the battlefield under your control this way, put 2 1/1 counters on it. And then she's a 2/3. Interesting. Enters, exile any number of target creatures controlled by different players until she leaves. So wow, you can just pull everything out.
Yeah.
Any number. Interesting.
Very strong.
All right, Workshop War Chief, 3 and 2 green. It's a creature, Rhino Warrior with trample, and when it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. When he dies, create a 4/4 green Rhino Warrior creature token, and it has Blitz for 4 and 2 green, and it's a 5/3.
All right.
We got Jolene. I can't help but hear the song in my head.
Oh yes, I was just about to say it's like she's, she's a plunder queen. She's coming for your man. She's gonna plunder him.
So for 2, a red and a green, you have a legendary. Whenever a player attacks one or more of your opponents, that attacking player creates a treasure token. So kind of a little bit of aristocraties there, you can or politicking there.
Yes.
And if you would create 1 or more treasure tokens instead, create those treasure tokens plus an additional. Sacrifice 5 to put 5 1/1 counters on Jolene. And she's a 2/2.
Mm-hmm. I am waiting to see someone's Dolly Parton altar of that card.
Yes. Yes. It's coming. Someone's already working on it, I know.
Undoubtedly.
Another Reservoir Kraken. It's a full art one. Actually, the art on this one's really cool. We got another full art Triome, Ziotara's Proving Ground. It's the Swamp Mountain Forest one.
I think that's all 5, right? We've got all 5 Triomes now?
I think so, yeah.
All right, good job, Box. You did it.
We did it.
Ding.
Incandescent Aria for Naya. It's a sorcery. It deals 3 damage to each non-token. Oh, we already had one of these. I remember it now.
Just every time you get one of those foil Art Decos, you just want to sit and stare at it. It's so good.
Another Rhino and Ogre. All right, last pack.
Here's the last pack.
We need 1 more charm, and I think that's it. We got all like a lot of the big other ones that are in this set. I
haven't gotten the card that I want to see the most, which is the equipment that goes on to Planeswalkers to turn them into creatures.
Oh yes, the sword.
Yes, because that for the creatureless equipment deck, I really want to do that so that I can actually give, because I use Nahiri the Lithomancer, so not even the commander is a creature.
Yeah.
And I really want to be able to do that so I can equip Nahiri with her own ultimate sword for ultimate flavor win. And the cool thing about that is it lets Planeswalker commanders do commander damage.
Oh god, it does, doesn't it? Oh
Yep.
no!
Because as long as it's the object card that is the commander. All right, so make disappear. Casualty 1 or 1 in a blue, counter target spell unless they pay 2. All right, yeah, the new counter spells. We also haven't seen any of the new uncommon counter spell. The 1 mana, give them 2 treasure tokens, offer you can't refuse. We haven't seen any of that yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen any of the ones that have a lot of flavor in the name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or Psionic Snoop, 2 in blue for 0/3 flash, and it connives when it enters the battlefield. Social Climber. 3/2 for 2 and a green. Human Druid Alliance. Whenever another creature enters battlefield under your control, you gain a life. Unlucky Witness. Red for a 1/1. When Unlucky Witness dies, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play one of those 2 cards. Tainted Indulgence. Oh, I really like the foil on that.
Yeah.
Like the drinks in the glass look really good.
Mm-hmm. They're like glowing almost.
Seeing that, what does it do? Blue, black, draw 2 cards, discard a card unless we have more values. Oh, the island.
Yeah.
That is a nice island.
Really
I really
cool.
like that art.
I feel like the islands are always more rare in every single set. The basic islands are like hard to come by.
It's the most powerful card in the game.
That's true.
Basic island. All right, crew captain, 4/2 haste for Jund. Human warrior, and it has indestructible as long as it entered the battlefield this turn. That's an aggro card. The Shattered Seraph, the Angel Rogues, the exile it from your hand to give a land tapping ability.
Wow.
Masked Bandits, which
now.
is another one of those. The Raccoon Rogue. See another professional face breaker, but foil this time.
Pugilist.
Yes. Ooh, Bess, Soul Nourisher. This is one of the commander cards that we haven't seen yet. See, it's a 1/1 legendary human citizen for 1 green and a white. And whenever one or more other creatures with base power toughness 1/1 enter the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Bess. Whenever Bess attacks, each other creature you control with base power and toughness 1/1 gets +X/+X, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on Bess. So there's a very, very specific, and I don't know if it's any good or not, very deck to build around that commander, and I'm excited to see what it looks like when somebody does build it. Next is the Shakedown Heavy. All right, I'm excited to see what this text is, because this is a 6/4 for a black and 2 with Menace, and when Shakedown Heavy attacks, defending player may have you draw a card. If they do, untap Shakedown Heavy and remove it from combat. So it lets, if your opponent can just hand you cards so it can't attack, but it's still untapped, right? Like, you still have a 6/4 for 3 that will always be able to block, even if they just give you cards for it. There's a Scheming Face, white-blue for 2/3 human citizen. When it enters the battlefield, you may choose a non-land permanent. Activated abilities of the chosen permanent can't be activated, so it's a Meddling Mage. And Scheming Fence has all the activated abilities of the chosen permanent, except for loyalty abilities.
Oh, that was the one that we pulled earlier.
Oh, yeah.
That, like, steals the abilities.
And another Reservoir Kraken, but this time full art and foil. And another Spirit Token.
And a fish!
Yes, oh my goodness, look at that! Goofy fish, oh my goodness.
I love it!
Okay, so that's the entire box. Thanks for hanging out with us for the past, hour and a half, everybody, for opening up all this stuff. We're really excited about all these cards. We still have plenty of seats in the pre-release here at Zulu's Board Game Cafe that you can sign up for all weekend. We will have some other stuff going on during that. If you like wine, we have Prohibition Cellars coming out on Saturday from 5 to 7, doing specialty wine flights. We have on Sunday, the artist, Sean Pagels, will be coming out to sign cards and talk to folks about getting to draw the fancy art for new Capenna. Of course, just playing in the pre-release itself will be a lot of fun. And yeah, so let's check on giveaways and give away a playmat to somebody. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's gonna load. Oh, no. Assuming it's going to, I mean, I saw everyone entered. It went up successfully, so it will certainly, it should go at some point. Go to different, and then come back. There we go. All right. Last chance, anybody who did not enter, go ahead and throw that !Zulus up in the chat so that you get entered for the playmat. Give about 30 seconds for that. So what's the coolest thing? What was your favorite out of all the stuff that we got?
Oh gosh, well I
put
think
you on the spot.
Jolina's really cool, a really cool pull, because I think she's gonna be a really cool commander. I mean, honestly, all of these, like the foil with the gold border, where I swear it's like it looks so pretty in person. These are all really cool. I'm like excited to pull those in my own box that I've already pre-ordered and excited to pick up next week. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I had mentioned, the Reservoir Kraken is one that I will for sure add to, some of my decks, just because I like big stompy creatures, because I'm a Timmy, and all the basic lands look really pretty too. Yeah, I mean, all of this is really cool. I'm very excited for this set.
No, it's gonna be so much fun. I'm so excited to play it. Like, I'm excited to do a draft and sealed event for this because I have not like really done a whole lot of draft and sealed recently. Like I did some on Arena, but this I'll be excited to play some Paper Magic again, first time in a while.
Yes.
But okay, let's go ahead, close this down. So everybody who jumped in, and who is here? Do you want to click? Go ahead.
Ooh,
yeah,
I'll do the
button.
click.
Pick somebody. All right.
Bronze Panda.
Bronze Panda, congratulations on your new Zulu's Board Game Cafe Art Deco playmat. Thanks for participating in the stream, everybody. I'll message you once we wrap up and get your information on how we're going to get this to you. And Katie, thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else going on? Where can everybody find you that does not already know where you are?
You can find me haunting Zulu's Board Game Cafe any time of the week. I'm here a lot. But you can also find me on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Katie Karlov. I stream on Wednesdays, EDH, with very, very fun pods. And then I also guest on streams pretty frequently throughout the week. So yeah, you can find me there. And you can find me on everywhere at Katie Karlov. Twitter, Instagram, all of that.
All right. Well, very cool. And I'm MC Squared here for Zulu's Board Game Cafe. You know that. You can always find us online at Zulu's Board Game Cafe. We're on just about any platform as well. And thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll probably be back with some more Magic stuff in the near future because there's so many Magic sets coming out.
Yes.
We've got one coming out like every month for the foreseeable future.
Yes.
So.
And they just announced Command Fest, which is going to be here local in Washington. And that'll be around the time for Baldur's Gate. So very exciting.
Yes. It's going to be a great time. Well, thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Yeah.
Hey.
Goodbye.